国已经今非昔比。
The country looks towards making itself greener and more eco-friendly.
你说这个中文啊？
中文多说一点点。Cut that out.
Working in the media. Right, it can be glamorous.
Welcome to the studio.
But it can also be tough.
I'm dealing with this right now.
Look at that, it drew blood.
Add to that working in a different country, with a different language,
那个电视还没开吗？
a different culture, and a different way of doing things.
好久没有见你了，好久没有跟你喝酒。
In Guangdong province, southern China, there's a handful of foreigners who are doing just this. Those working behind the camera, producing videos.
Brilliant.
Writers who've started their own magazine.
We want to actually offer people a good reading material.
And even people who work in front of the camera.
Bringing you updates from here in China and across the rest of the globe.
But how do they get involved in this so far from home? And what keeps them here?
Hello, in the Rap magazine.
2 photo cameras and 2 video cameras. Okay. We are the only foreigner who managed English magazine in here. More like things that would create a feeling of erotic.
That's going to be interesting. So we're going to do like feature some of the different entries in the magazine.
Yes.
You know, the magazine's all about fashion, art. Because in Guangzhou, of course, you've got a lot of talented Chinese people here. So I think that's something that I feel very good about, that we're able to showcase their work.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this issue is all about androgyny, so that's why we use the shaved-haired girls to just show the feminine and masculine together. It's a really cool idea.
If there's all this out here and people don't know about it, we should somehow be like the medium, the tool for people to get this information, you know, out there. We're like, you know, we should do something that we ourselves would love to read, and which would have like quality and style and design that we would like, and then other people would like it too, because there's so many young people like us out there.
This is the news headlines with me, Robert Lane, for GDTV World News here in Guangzhou. Starting off with today's top story, the Armed Forces of Top Meteorological Centre on Tuesday began providing weather forecasts for Diaoyu Island and 2 of its adjacent islands.
I love TV. I like making TV, and that's what I'm here for, really. They're coming for me!
That is an ancient art which has been around for 2,000 years. That was pretty easy. I mean, my job's not exactly hard, is it? All I do is talk. So if you can talk, that's pretty much 90% of the job.
Because they're not cutting down any of the plantation here in the forest. Oh my word, that is humongous. Well, I think I'm ready to get married. I'm getting married again on the show. Oh, this is an experience, I tell you.
I'll send him this email. Yeah, please check it. I wouldn't. Sorry, I've got a camera in my face.
We produce videos for different industries, including charities, corporate, creative. What are you doing there? Okay, so we're just getting inside the shop here. We've got a girl polishing a tool. So we're now using a crane just to sort of get a nice even movement and give you a bit of a closer look inside.
Yeah, so right now we're working on a Sennheiser event video. We wanted to create a track that had quite a lot of energy. I'm not a vocalist myself, I'm not a singer, but sometimes you just have to use what I've got. As you can see, I've got my vocal tracks that I've recorded myself, but I've got all these effects. It sounds a little bit chipmunky, but I'll show you this. When you listen to a sound like this on its own, it doesn't have the feeling, but in amongst all the other sounds that are in a track, it adds the right feeling. So I've got that one and two more.
Oh,
do you ever feel nervous before going on air?
Not really. I mean, I've performed in front of big crowds and stuff before. I guess I'm kind of used to it now. Started out on GZTV, and I got that gig from the UK. So I sent in a demo, just self-recorded it on like a little handy cam, and they liked it and gave me the job.
We decided to start filming factories and making promotional videos for factories at trade shows.
We really believe this is the engine room of the world, so we're really focused on creating videos that can help enhance and support the factories that really care about their workers, the environment, and also producing quality products that matter. And we tried to work with the senses, and that's where our logo sort of comes from. It's the 5 senses. Stage Live Asia comes from creating a platform.
Two guys coming down now, and they're going to walk towards us. Great shot. That was loud.
It's challenging, especially from a creative point of view, to deliver a beautiful creative project in a business or corporate way, and this is the day-to-day challenge we're dealing with.
Jesus, but maybe you can be Jesus with a twist, with some green hair or something, because this is green hair. Poster.
He was like, so where, like, okay, you want to start something, I want to start something, why don't we start something together?
Our topics sometimes aren't very specific, they're quite broad, or they're very like avant-garde. I don't know how to describe it, but we try to pick a topic that we can communicate many different ideas and things that are happening in the world right now, like in a very not on the spot way, but a very way that's open to different interpretations, if you know what I mean.
There are other English publications here, but they're city guides. We are more like art, music, fashion, but not the mainstream art, music, fashion. Our first few issues, people were like, yeah, you're good, but you know, how long will you last? So it has been always like, no, guys, really, we are here to stay. We're doing something which is necessary in this society. And continue reading in the Red magazine, and we will try to do our best to offer you the freshest, the most amazing news you can find.
Okay, so I'm just going to show you a piece of software that I use to create music. I'd really like to thank the British Council. Without them, we would not all be here today.
Get a good team around you. Get people that help you, motivate you, inspire you. Inspire those people around you. absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Lots of people always say to us when we meet them, normally in Shanghai and Beijing, they say, why do you live in Guangzhou? Because they feel very proud about Shanghai and Beijing being these two big cities, and Guangzhou is kind of the little brother who's slowly catching up. But actually what we find in Guangzhou is really exciting, and you feel a buzz, you feel like you're in China.
I like to compare cities in China with wine bottles. And Beijing and Shanghai are like wine bottles, which are totally full, and the wine is like already coming out, because it's too much of it in there. But I think Guangzhou and Shenzhen are two cities in here which still have some space. If you are a young person with good ideas, then you can do it in here.
Oh, let's get my tie straight.
I'm such a perfectionist with things sometimes, but I take extra time to make sure that every little detail is perfect in an industry where time is of the essence. So that can be a problem.
Chinese Defense Ministry spokesman, commonly seen contracted during blah, 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 blah. Oh, what the f is this sentence? Well, that was a bit crap, but cut that out.
Oh, 再来. But this isn't the only famous dish here in, where are we? Ah! And I'm going to marry you.
My first year here was really tough because although I worked on an English channel, people spoke English, but the meetings and things like that were all in Chinese. So if you don't understand the language, you've got no idea what's going on.
But there's a lot of challenges, and obviously you're in a different culture, there's a different language barrier. I think you've got to just persevere.
With young people in here often, they come here thinking that it's really easy. Oh, I come to China, everything is going to be super easy. I get a job on the same day, find a beautiful girlfriend, my life is going to be excellent. And then they come here and they're like, whoa, you actually have to work in here.
China, one thing we realised very early on is this Guanxi, which is probably one of the first words most foreigners learn is Guanxi.
Yeah, Guangxi, relationships. But here, as well as your skills, you have to have a good relationship. You have to be able to drink a lot. If you can't drink, that's it, just leave.
Some baijiu.
Cheers.
Networking, networking, networking. The only thing I say, if you want to do something in here, network. Networking and make sure that you understand the way that the mindset in here is, because it's very different from what we are used to in the Western world.
You can see down here, they're eating the cakes that we've just given out, they're sharing them to everybody. Everybody's getting a handful, everybody's getting a handful.
It's all about China. So a lot of people think about red when they think of China. So firstly, it means in China, in the red. Secondly, at the moment, with the whole economy, the world economy, the way it's been crumbling and things are falling apart, more and more people are coming to China because of it, because there are more opportunities here. So it's kind of a play on words, because we have this saying in the West, in the red means when you're in debt or you have some money problems.
More and more people are doing it now. More and more people are coming to China because it feels strange in a way, but it is the next superpower. Their community is so tied to their life that they know how many people exactly there is in China. They're so patriotic, and it makes a change.
Debates about China often focus on freedom versus control. This is especially true with the media. As China opens up, there's a need for Western style and Western faces. But are these faces just cogs in the machine, or do they represent a new type of freedom?
I thought it'd be more strict, I thought it'd be more confined, and people wouldn't express themselves. Being here, I see that actually it's amazing. People are very happy, very expressing. There is a huge amount of creativity here.
Get your vision straight from the start, Why are you here? What do you really want? If it's about money, maybe you'll succeed. Will you be happy? I don't know. But if you've got your vision right, then you can get through any of these challenges and really achieve what it is you want.
I mean, that's the great thing about Guangzhou. There are so many opportunities in here if you're ready to risk, if you are ready to work hard.
They're rolling and I'm ready. The giant ship of the Chinese economy will sail ahead quickly yet steadily and reach the shore of a brighter future.
You're told outside, but not enough. Analyze your life and fear free. Analyze your life and fear free. There was no reason to run and hide and give in to fear. There was no reason to run and hide and give in to fear. There was no reason to run and hide and give in to fear. There was no reason to run and hide and give in to fear. Now all the stars were photographed in the Milky Way. All the fields were laying looking to the sky. There was no reason to run and hide and give in to fear. It's every moment a thought that counted rolled into mind.